Yo. Welcome back to another episode of We Ballin Radio. I know it's motherfucking streaming, and it's in the visual medium on YouTube, but we ballin'. That's what we do, and we're here to talk some more NBA shit with y'all this week. Uh, my name is Johnny, and with my boy PJ out in California, he really can't figure out how to get his camera straight. I don't know, but
Yo,
what's going on, bro?
doing good, man. Doing good. It's getting cold out here in Santa Clarita. It's good, man.
Is
What's up?
is that because the desert? It's nothing to. I mean, it definitely bakes extra in the summer, but guess in the winter it cools down. Well, here's what I
Yeah,
know:
I mean
you won't.
50s.
Yeah, that's funny. It's in the 50s. That's hilarious. It was like 74 today. Similarity about
What?
different coasts. Yeah, it was 74 degrees today, and fucking it was like overcast too. Like, yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
um, yeah, we stole some of your nice weather, and I don't care that you don't get it back. But you know who would love to get some things back is your Dallas Mavericks, who just just took an L. Like, if we could get this back, no
Yeah,
Zion, no
it's
Brandon Ingram. How do we lose? I don't care if it's on the road.
yeah. Troy Murphy.
Well,
I saw the box score. He was 8 for 8. Who's Troy Murphy the third? He
I
can
mean,
shoot
he's
like
you
that.
just. I mean, tonight, maybe he was shooting so much and like he was trying to keep up with Brandon Ingram. He's like, I got to make
Yeah,
every shot in
CJ
case.
McCollum had a bad game. So you're right. Basically, their three best players, two didn't play, and one had a bad game, and they still won, which is a bad sign for Dallas. I'm not gonna front. But maybe I'll just say, hey, they just got hot. Like maybe just one of those games where they got hot. But what is your worry about the Dallas Mavericks? Now they play the
Um,
Nets next. They play Nets on Thursday. Maybe you can hold that thought.
yeah. Well, I can't see the top of your head. I don't know if that was you're playing like Matrix, but like the my thing is the same thing with the Mavericks is that there's no like definitive big, like um just in theory, to me, like the Timberwolves have two bigs now with Rudy Gobert and then Anthony Towns. He gets to play power forward. Like Cleveland is still kind of your center, and your other center is Christian Wood,
You
and
don't think
he
Christian
should
Wood's a big? Come on, man. Put some respect on my
he can
man's
play he can
name.
play power. Well, he can play power forward, but I mean, we see what happened tonight. There was a little issue. I mean, he wasn't so much of a rim protector. He's a defense. He's a defense decent on ball defender. But
Oh, so you're saying Dallas defense was trash today?
your interior defense is not very great. And I mean, it might have been exposed. If Zion played or anything. I think they just hit. It was an off game. I don't think this is so much to worry about. I think in the playoffs and things like that, there's issues because your whole rotation gets smaller and you have to have somebody that's kind of a rim protector, and they don't seem
Okay,
to
so you're
have one.
saying you're okay. Yeah, I mean that's troubling me. They just had a bad. I mean, they shot threes bad. I mean, I didn't. Like I said, I only watched a little bit of the game. I saw Lucas. I just looked at box score. I think he was 16 for 30. My man was 2 for 13 on threes. So that means, John, if you do the math, he was like 14 for 17 and twos. So he basically just did whatever he wanted inside the 3 point line and bricked from outside. Like it's the last couple of seasons, he's always start off shooting threes bad. Like if he ever, I think we talked about it last year. Like if he has like a like a good, like he's a good shooter. Don't get me wrong, but if he can be a good 3-point shooter, man, like he would be clearly the best player in the game right now. But he would be almost nearly unguardable.
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can still be. Well, yeah. I mean, I think he is already kind of unguardable. Like you have to double team him, and it's up to the rest of his team to make it. But like it seems like they need to be on. It seems like they're going back and forth in like the scoring battles to win. So if people are having an off night, it's an issue. What you saw tonight was telling. And I think Jason Kidd will clean it up. I think there's a good enough team, and I think your team is better than it was last year. So going forward,
I like, man, Christian Wood. He needs to just play more. You're right. Fuck the defensive, all that shit. He needs to play more. So,
he needs to be on. He needs to be on the floor as long as Luke is out on the floor.
Yeah, he needs to get over 30
I think they play
again,
well together. They're trying to. I think he's. It's still early in the season. They weren't thinking about rotations. They have a couple of new pieces. So, I'm not worried about them or worried about this exact loss. I'm more worried about the Pelicans and the fact, since we talked about basketball just like 5 days ago, Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram both got injured, and for how long I don't know. These things, one's an ankle, one's
but
this is annoying. It's bad for the team. So I'm glad that they won because they're gonna need all the wins. They're gonna need all their wins. They're gonna need all the wins they can get because they're gonna get a lot of losses without having two best players.
Thank goodness, because I think it didn't look too bad. The injuries looked bad. I guess it could have been worse, especially for Zion. But it looked like he's gonna be okay. So if he's back in a week, I think it's not a big deal. But yeah, they have a good team, man. Like you're right. Like what they did to Dallas, it wasn't a fluke. They have good shooters. Like, they have a good team. They have a really
I
good
also
team.
like to say I think that Willie Green is a good head coach, and
he is.
Yeah, like he was a player for like 15 years in the league, and
wasn't he coach of the year last year? Was he coach of the year last year? Who was coach of the year last year?
I don't know.
Ime Udoko.
Yeah,
Ime. Okay,
I think you're right, dog. He was the coach of the year. He was the fuckboy of the year. He was the adulterer of the year. He got a lot of awards.
Why is he a fuckboy?
I mean, because he not his boss. I don't know. You can say whatever the hierarchy is, but technically he fucked his bosses. He fucked multiple people at that in that place. So not only was he fucking somebody else's wife.
Are you for real? Oh no, fill the details. I have not. I don't know any of these details. Are you not? Wait, caveat. Is this hearsay, or where are your sources on these things?
It's hearsay, but let's not. Who cares? Who fucking cares?
You said it. You just,
dog, are we CNN? Shut up! Like, stop.
We got no.
You should have
gone.
You should have gone with me. Like, oh, is this for real? 100% real.
Yeah,
100% real is that he fucked the
small staff,
the assistant GM's wife, and he was fucking one of the girls that worked on it was like one of the athletic directors or some shit. He was fucking two different bitches in the organization, and he's married to Nia Long, which is a black icon. Like he's already
John.
Come on, dog.
John.
Nia Long.
John.
A female black icon because there's only like 3 of those. It's like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks.
How many times can you fuck a female icon? How many? 1,000? 2,000? Come on, John. How many times?
No, you need to put respect on Nia Long's name.
I do.
Dog,
you're right.
Put respect.
Hey, sexy guy, my bad. I think that statement back. I think that's it.
Dog, Nia Long is is way bad in a sexy, intelligent, successful woman. And I didn't even know who Ime Udoka was. It took me 8 months to learn how to say his name.
Ime's name.
Yes.
The man got a big ass dick. He's slinging that shit around Boston. Hey, he got a leprechaun. He's like, they used only leprechaun dick in Boston, man. You know, they came through with that big the Mordor, shit. So you never know.
I mean, yeah. Well, unfortunately, the pot of gold was in Nia Long's purse. All right. You think Ime Udoka had more money than fucking
so
Nia
you're
Long?
Saying he was banging two. So
he was fucking up with his apparently large
why
penis.
Is that? But come on, that is what it is. What it is. It was consensual. Why we care if it's consensual, dog?
Why do we care if it was consensual?
Mm-hmm.
Fine, you go fuck your boss's wife and then get back to me. Right?
Yeah, how did you
and then while you're doing that, go to the office and fuck a bitch in the mailroom.
Hey, he never like when you look at him, like he's very poised, doesn't talk too much. But I guess he must be spitting game outside. You know what I mean? Like spitting that dick.
Hey, dog, he got
to a fucking married woman.
Of course, he's spitting game, dog. Dog, the Celtics were like 6th place in the NBA the year before he became their goddamn head coach.
That's how you timed it. Hey, John, there you go, baby. There you go. You found the moment for the Boston fans.
So much that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were like, let's play defense and score.
Exactly. He spit game.
Yeah, of course he got these hoes to hop out of their pants. But like, it doesn't mean it's not wrong. At a certain point.
These are wives and girlfriends. These are not hoes. I'll take that statement back. Continue.
They're hoes. They cheated on their husband and fucked another married man who they knew was married to a way better black woman than him.
That's a hoe behavior?
Look, the 2 bitches he fucked, I'll never know their names.
One white, one black.
Long. I don't care what color they were, dog. Okay. They could have been fucking orange or green eggs and ham, dog. Them bitches could have been green eggs and ham. They are not Nia fucking Long.
Pussy.
That is the biggest thing, and I'm glad it's only me yelling that. I'm glad it's only me yelling that because I don't want her name dragged through the mud in this whole bullshit scandal where he fucked up. Like, it's kind of a small part of it, but you don't hear that everywhere. So they're like, how do we
know Nia Long was not getting dick down? How do we know these things? We don't know these things, John. How do we know she wasn't getting dick down elsewhere? And it's unfortunate because he got caught. Now, Nia Long didn't get caught, so it's unfortunate like that. It's like it's just like when you go on the basketball court. You shove first, and the ref didn't see it, and you shove back. There goes the penalty. That's just life, man. She didn't get caught. We didn't hear nothing. Maybe she was getting dick down. Maybe she was fucking Tiger Woods for all we know. But yeah, he was the one who got caught, and the reason he got caught is because he was fucking people he was working with, and yeah, that's just shitty. I'm not gonna say I've never done it myself. I'm not gonna say I haven't done it multiple times, but yeah, you get what you asked for. But yeah, let's continue on. Get what you asked for.
So the Grizzlies and John Moran is playing very well.
MVP.
You can say he's an MVP candidate. It's very early to say that. We're not even a week into the NBA, like a week and a half in the NBA. Like MVP, dog.
He's just a unique player. There's someone said he's a mix between. It's funny. They're like he's a mix between Iverson and Jordan. What did they say? Jordan? I think it was like Iverson and Jordan. And then they say Zion is a mix between Shaq and Jordan, right? It's kind of funny. Imagine it was Zion
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only wrong
and
variable about all this is they
and
keep
Ja were on
using
the same
fucking
team.
Jordan. Yeah, they keep using Jordan. I mean, well, I don't know. Look, until fucking Zion stays on the goddamn floor, I don't know if he can be on the same team with anybody. Like he's just on the same team with the doctors. That's like mainly been most of his career. So until he's got past his Joel Embiid phase where he's injured all the time and a boo-boo is gonna keep him out because his future, like then yeah, I don't know when we'll ever see it. Then he's perpetually injured.
No, we'll see.
Oh, John Morant.
That was a weird
Yeah,
how
he's
he
gonna come
got
back.
blocked. Yeah, it's kind of weird how he just got. It was kind of weird how in that injury you're talking about, you keep talking about John, how he got injured. That was a weird like he got blocked trying to go for a dunk from an angle by Jordan Poole. Like what the fuck? It's like weird. But yeah, anything else? I think
If
you
he
want to talk
gets,
about. Go ahead.
oh, yeah, we were. I was just bringing up another team. Shit, who was I just talking about
The
before?
76ers, Utah
No.
Jazz, a surprise.
I mean, they lost the Utah Jazz. I was watching them. I'm like, all right, this is a
The
surprise. Then they
Nets.
lost. Then they lost. Yeah, so we were talking about the Nets. I was trying to get into. We were talking about Ben Simmons. I got into talking about Ben Simmons, and then we backtracked into
not looking good after 4 games, I believe. Not looking good.
Absolutely. And like I said, y'all just the Mavericks just lost to the Pelicans, so there's definitely room for improvement for a lot of teams, and that's how we got to Ime Udoka because I brought up the Boston Celtics because the Boston Celtics went from 6 to number 1 or number 2. I'm sorry, last year, right behind the Miami Heat, I believe, were 1. And
Correct.
but they skyrocketed towards the end of the season. It went from like 7th to second. You know, like
went for number 1 and not mention it all.
Things change, and I think coaching is very important and imperative. So I believe in Jason Kidd. I believe in Willie Green, and they'll be fine. And I think they'll both make it into the playoffs.
Okay.
I think the Celtics will definitely make it, but I mean, I'm worried about the Nets because they have the talent, and I think Ben Simmons is rusty. I think he's just a little rusty. He hasn't played in almost 2 years now, right? Like, you know, with the whole trading bullshit and the injuries or whatever, he hasn't played in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched him play. I've just been following the box score. It looks like he's the same exact player offensively, right? He hasn't added anything to his game. He's not doing anything different. You know, it's not like he's coming out there taking 10 shots a game. I just don't know, man. Like it just doesn't look right. When playoff time comes, there's gonna be so much pressure because he's gonna get fouled, and the teams are gonna completely not guard him. Like the crazy, he just hasn't improved. He hasn't improved at all. It's not like I'm seeing him like, oh man, he scored 15 points, he scored 20 points. Like just weird.
He didn't need, in my opinion, he didn't need to improve. He just get back to where he was, and I think here's how I see Ben Simmons. Right, he's basically to me. He's basically Dennis Rodman with point guard skills, like elite point guard skills. Like I can run the ball. He could pass well, and
Rodman's a better free throw shooter.
He's maybe, and that's what's the saddest part. He's a better free throw shooter. He's definitely a better rebounder.
He's a better shooter. What am I talking about? He's a better shooter.
Yes, probably.
Probably. He's a better shooter. What the hell are you talking about?
I know, and that's sad. But I'm saying, like, when you like people give him Ben Simmons a lot of flack because
if you give Ben Simmons, if you give Ben Simmons Dennis Rodman's J, dog, he'd be a perennial all-star.
He already is, and he already was a pretty all-star, and he already made multiple
He won't this year, I don't
first
think.
he made a first team all like whatever. So he's made a first team
All defense.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's a defender for sure, right? If he had a better jump shot, that would make him awesome. But like doesn't mean there isn't places for him. Like he's the same. Like let's just think of this theory. He doesn't have the theoretically. He doesn't have the body type of the mentality specifically, but he's the same height as Ben Wallace. He's like he's a tall motherfucker, but because he has the ability to dribble the ball like KD does, and KD can hit step back 3-pointer. He's like a victim of other freakishly tall people that can hit it. Like Brandon Ingram is like 6'11", and he can hit that jump shot, but that's not your game. You have to play to your game. And the same thing, I bring up Brandon Ingram, who's injured right now. I can bring up Zion Williamson, who barely never thinks of a mid-range jump shot. If he gets the ball to the 3-point line, he's got you out there so he can run past you and get to the fucking hole. So he's never ever trying to shoot a jump shot. So Ben Simmons doesn't, and you still have to respect Zion because he'll sit around the basket and make himself, useful. But Ben Simmons is a mentality, and I think once he gets a little more understanding, and they need to give him fucking confidence. He's obviously a fragile motherfucker, like mentally. So they need to just give him confidence and let him play his way back into shape. It's too early in the season to start be like, all right, this is a complete dud. So I am worried about the Nets, but the reason I'm worried about the Nets,
it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
And the reason I'm worried about the Nets is not so much to them. Like if this is rec league, I'd bet money on them or whatever. But it's coaching. No, it's not injuries. Okay, coaching. I mean injuries. Yeah, of course, it could always be a problem. And Kyrie, Ben, and Durant have all been injured over the last few years. So I mean, it could be a problem. But it's mainly to me Steve Nash. Steve Nash has never even thought of playing defense his entire career. And I don't know if he knows how to fucking coach it or teach it or have any passion to be like, fucking play defense. So, I mean, he came up under D'Antonio, who was basically like, just score more points than the other idiots. And that never won. And I just don't know Steve Nash. Like, defense, it takes defense to win championships. And because they never did defense, I can tell you why they never won a fucking championship. So, can't just put Sean Marion on your team and hope he's going to stop everybody else from scoring. And unless you have some type of defensive structure. But you do need offense. It's not like you can't do it without both. And that's what I would have to say about the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are actually statistically ranked third in defense in the NBA, but they're 0-3.
And that's going to show you they should have won 2 of those games, I would think. It's tough, bro. Like, especially out here, man. They got to Russell Westbrook. They got to figure something out. I mean, I know everyone keeps talking about it. It's like a crazy subject to be talking about in sports because it's just like over and over again. It's almost a certain level of bullying now, but it's also factual as well, and it's frustrating. It's like so many points that you can talk to, like about how it's just annoying. But man, they gotta.
Hey, look, I think the only
last time, man, they got no good players. Like they got no. Maybe Lenny, maybe Walker. Like if they can find if he looks like he's a solid player.
Hey, dog, all you gotta do is wait for Pat Bev to score 20 a night.
But he can't shoot, right? Like Walker can't shoot. So how good is he if he can't shoot? Like who's better, Walker or THT?
Well, THT is gone, so
yeah, who's better in general?
I mean Walker, in my opinion, Lonnie Walker. Yeah.
Okay, so he's better than THT. I'm trying to figure out what player you would compare him to.
I don't know. I mean, he was a starter for the Spurs but so you should know. Like, I feel like you should know more about Lonnie Walker than I do.
I don't know who the
But
Spurs are.
exactly, you gave up on them the second that Popovich didn't draft Luka Doncic. So you're like, I can't fucking rock with them.
As soon as Manu Ginobili made the Hall of Fame, I'm out. I've seen his whole career, dog. I saw Manu Ginobili's whole career. I can say that proudly, and I'm going to say that about LeBron's career too. I mean, you as well. But I remember Manu Ginobili like getting drafted, being a rookie. He fucking finished his long ass career and then got to the Hall of Fame.
That's what's up, man. I'm proud to say that we're old as fuck. And as we move on, and we've seen all this shit, and those people are just gone. But I mean, it's crazy.
Tony Parker documentary.
Really, it's about him fucking. What was his wife, Evelyn Longoria?
Chill.
That's all I want to know about. I would have watched that. They could have been the Parkers. Could have been the Kardashians, dog. They had a whole like little limelight.
Well, he's the greatest. He's the greatest French basketball player ever. You know that.
I give you that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just fine, and it just shows the dominance that all Black African American people have in every sport ever.
Hey, chill! Why you always talk about race? Why you gotta always talk about race?
Because Tony Parker was like one of the 2% of Black people that live in France, and he ended up being the greatest basketball player of all time. No coincidence. Just like Giannis Antetokounmpo, just like there's no Greek dudes besides Giannis Antetokounmpo they're gonna sniff.
But he was born in Africa, though. I think Giannis was born in Africa. I don't know how because I don't think his father was tall.
Yeah, because both of Tony Parker's parents are born in France, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but for Giannis, like I don't think his parents were tall, but like it's crazy. His whole family's tall. Like his one brother's like 6'9", 6'8". His other brother's like 6'6". Like they're just all tall.
I just want to know what the fuck they were eating, like where they were, and like I want a documentary on the brothers. Like we grew up and we ate like goat balls, and the goat balls with milk. I want to know their cuisine and what they did. It's like we climbed trees and mountains in Africa and fought lions. Like you need to tell me how y'all all became like 6'8" and taller. Your parents are normal people. I don't know. It's just a weird.
Anything else besides any other team you want to talk about? Let's see. NBA, anyone can win. I was wrong going into the season. I thought there'll be some teams that are trash, but besides the Wizards, no teams are trash.
Yeah, well, they won 2 games already this season, so
it's not a parody. It seems like teams are beating teams. Like it's not like
well, the Jazz were just like, first off, congratulations to Jordan Clarkson, who I've been using in NBA 2K for basically 10 years. Off the bench, though. This is his first year as a starting point guard for the Jazz. After trading everybody away and Donovan Mitchell and Gobert, and they're in a rebuild. And they won their first 2 games against, I would say playoff caliber teams. But then, just like you said, with the pair of the NBA, they lost last night to the Rockets. Who I don't even know if the Houston Rockets are still a NBA franchise.
They got a squad, man. They have talent. They have good young talent. Rockets.
Like what?
Jalen Green's putting up numbers.
You're right.
KJ Martin, like these guys are. I forgot the other cat's name, but these guys are good players.
The Rockets and the Magic are on the same level. They have a bunch of good young talent, but they're still going to lose because there's still a
the Magic
spot. Yeah,
Magic
there's a few
might.
players on the
Hey,
Magic that are like, all right.
Hey, we forgot to talk about Bol. Hey, Bol is getting minutes. He's getting run with the Magic. Finally,
Okay.
Bol.
That's what's up.
He's
I
gonna
didn't even
catch.
really
He's gonna
pay
catch some
attention to it.
highlights.
I just know they have Franz Wagner and Cole Anthony and
Paolo
Bobo.
Banchero.
Right, I forgot about Paulo Banchero. That's
How
right. They
you
got
forget
the
about Paolo
top picks.
Banchero?
Don't think about him in the fight.
Paolo.
Mhm.
With that, let's hope the Mavericks win on Thursday, and let's hope the Wizards also win.
I mean, I don't care if they win or not. Like you said, I mean, maybe the best thing to do is just tank to get a generational player. Because as I said in the football podcast, like I hate mediocrity. Like, why strive for mediocrity? Like, let's make it to the middle. Like, if it's either you go all in, you want to win a championship, or you're rebuilding until the point that you can go all in and win a championship. Like, nobody wins championships on accident. Like, nobody at all thought they had a possible good enough team to do it. Like, it'll be weird, say, like this year if the Suns won it, but it won't be like, oh, it's unreasonable. Like,
Yeah,
they
it's
have
not
a good
reasonable.
enough team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but you like the Warriors could win, or like it's not unreasonable. You like, unlike the Mavericks winning, everybody knows they're not gonna win. But I mean, you can laugh all you want, but everybody knows they're not gonna win. Everybody
Okay.
knows that the Nuggets probably won't win. I think I like the Nuggets, but like it would be like the Suns, the Warriors, or maybe like the Clippers or something. It's just like you kind of know beforehand. So another one would be the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies would be one that wouldn't shock me. Like, they've been on the rise for years with years. John Morant is so, as they say, he's Iverson and Jordan. So maybe he'll end up getting half of those, um, half that amount of finals. But it's good, man. We're gonna peace out.
We're gonna peace out. Any other? Hello, John, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad. I'm here. It's like I was gone. My fault. I was trying to zoom down to see how long we had done, but I'm pretty sure we've done about 45 minutes or so. As long as we do more than that, I'm cool.
Yeah, I mean, no other major stories. I mean, yeah, we'll catch back next week. Hopefully, the Lakers win, man. It's unforgiving. Yo, if LeBron gets injured, they should be going for Victor Wembanyama. Who would have thought?
Hey, look, I think
Some
the best
shit
thing
with
for
something they would have bought.
I think the best thing for the Lakers to do, as an organization, is to just cut Russell Westbrook with like a butterfly knife, like, to his neck, so they don't have to pay his fucking salary. I think they should cut him.
So you don't pay his salary by murder. If he gets murdered, he just doesn't get any salary. Is that in the clause?
Yeah. I don't think we got to pay. I don't think we have to pay his family. I mean, they might have to pay his family, and I think they should, but I don't think that payment will show against the books. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's off the books. It doesn't matter.
It's off the books.
It's
Now,
dead
the player
money.
can't play because he's murdered. Like,
Dead money.
Yeah, like Dan Snyder had to pay Sean Taylor's final contract to the family, and as well he should. But
but he did it as a charity, kind of.
I mean, maybe he just didn't fight it. He might have could have fought it, but he just paid his wife his final year of his contract.
Damn, man, Sean Taylor, he got shot once in his leg, right? So dudes weren't even trying to kill him, were they?
No, they weren't trying to. They thought he wasn't there, and he was
Yeah.
everything's all the lights are off. He's upstairs asleep, and you heard people come in. So when they saw him, yeah, they weren't trying to murder him. They shot him in the leg, and he just bled out, or not so much he bled out, like the artery got severed, and yeah, he ended up they couldn't stop the bleeding yet, so he bled out the next day. So they weren't trying to shoot him, but that's
Oh, he
also
bled
why
out the
you don't.
next day. He was not. I thought he
No,
survived
he didn't
overnight.
die immediately. No, he was in the hospital. Like I remember hearing about him getting shot, and then like hoping like he might make it. Like he's in the hospital, he's still alive. And then like that next afternoon, they were like he died. I was like, oh shit.
I didn't realize
Like
that. Okay.
yeah, I remember like that day, that night, like Sean Taylor was shot like that morning. I was like, oh fuck. I remember hearing, I was like, God damn. And then I was like looking up all the shit online. It was like, oh, he's still breathing. He's in the hospital. He's in stable condition at this time. And it was like hours later, it's like, yeah, the artery was severed and it was too far gone. He died. I'm like, God damn.
Well, that's a sad note, but rest in peace, Sean Taylor. Rest in peace,
yes,
Washington
and
Wizards.
yeah, rest in peace, Kobe, for no reason as well.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace.
Kobe and all.
Rest in peace, Mahatma Gandhi.
I don't know about that one. You should probably
Genghis
watch a
Khan.
documentary or two on.
Whoa!
I think you should watch some things on Mahatma Gandhi.
What?
Oh no!
No. We're not doing that. We're not judging Mahatma Gandhi by the two